Makeup, they say, increases people's perception of a woman's likability, competence, and trustworthiness. That's why I introduced to you Major Millions Beauty and Market. Major Millions Beauty and Market has the best skin and hair care products. The beauty parlor also has hair accessories, including hairspray, hair gel, and hair dryer, makeup palettes, Major Millions customized lip gloss, shoes, bags, concealers, blushes, and a lot more. Guess what? Major Millions Beauty and Market has on sale well-packaged African products to include your favorite cuisine, cassava leaves, potato greens, palava sauce, palm butter, etc. Customers purchasing goods worth over 100 United States dollars will have free delivery once they are 15 minutes drive away from our location. Locate us at 10 Chestnut Drive, Elton, Maryland, 21921. Better still, call us on cell numbers 302-316-6813 or log onto our website www.majormillionsbeautysupply.com. Major Millions Beauty Supply. We move. Lapu's Kitchen, a Liberian-owned business operated by Johnson and Wales University's trained chef Joyce Matowia, is your dining away from home. At Lapu's Kitchen, we prepare all kinds of Liberian cuisines, including fried and rare oil potatoes green, kidney beans, palava sauce, fever leaves, and a lot more. We also make rice bread, meat pies, cookies, Benesi candies, and all kinds of pastry products. Place in your order online today from anywhere in the US at www.lorpukatchen.com. The good news is your package is sealed in an insulated cooling box and reaches your destination well preserved and fresh. Save yourself the stress and order the best from a professional chef. Lapu's Kitchen keeps your fingers licking.
I said, honey, have you heard about the Global Net TV?
Oh, yes, we heard. I read about them. At GlobalNet ITV, they provide superior television services with endless selections of TV channels and many options to include live TV.
That's a great news.
Yes, they provide news, entertainment, premier sports like NBA, American football, major soccer leagues, movies, and favorite TV shows with endless content and no service interruptions.
Sweetheart, is that all?
No, they also have adult content included with parental guidance. Also, check out their 6-month plan for only $96 and their 12-month plan for only $176. Wow, honey, isn't that a great news?
Yes, but sweetheart, how can we get in touch?
Yes, you can contact us at 226-946-1090 or visit our website at www.globalnetitv.com.
Nearly 200 years ago, a home was birthed on Providence Island, a home that once stood at the pinnacle of Africa's decolonization, a home that has persisted in the face of atrocities and today remains more united than ever, a home where nature, culture, landscape, beaches, and history await a glorious moment to be lived. At the pinnacle of 200 years, Liberia is excited to welcome Africans in the diaspora home again.
Let's return to where it all started. Come reunite, relocate, and rebuild the land, which has so much more to offer. Explore our attractions, taste our food, experience our culture, and impact our communities. Let's go home. Visit Liberia December 17th through January 3rd for the greatest reunion since 1822 as we kick off our year-long Liberian bicentennial.
For more information, visit our website at www.libyearofthediaspora.org.
after party. Yeah. Party after party. Yeah.
There's one place, and that place is the place you can find all your party supply. It's Models D Party Supply on Camp Johnson Road. It's Models D Party Supply. Has all and every kinds of party supplies you need, ranging from party dishes, plastic tablecloths, Disney party banners for kids, flowers for weddings and parties, balloons, different colors and sizes, party dishes, different colors and sizes, gift wrap papers. We also do the following: rental services, chairs, tables, chair covers, table runners, and chair sarge. You can find them all. Models D Party Supply. Our quality products bring you in, and our low prices bring you back. That's why we are Models D Party Supplies. Contact us on Camp Johnson Road, Monrovia, Liberia, next to Yes Transport, or call us on 0777 671 814. 0886 777 665.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure, and start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa, and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. You're listening to the Costa Show. You're watching the Costa Show. You're listening to us either on tuning or my tuner or the website, which is www.roots1027fm.com, or you are watching on Facebook or watching on YouTube, or you will watch later on the podcast on SoundCloud. We come to you Monday through Friday on all of these 6 platforms. Good morning, Blogger.
Yeah, good morning, Costa, and good morning to our many listeners. We are back here to bring you more information when it comes to Liberia and the world at large. It's good to be here.
Good to be here indeed. We thank God for life. Thank God to be alive. So tomorrow is a national holiday in the country. I saw your post, Blogger.
Yeah, sure. Government agencies, ministries, and other places will be closed because
it's the president's birthday.
Birthday, because now they're collecting money. Money. All ministries are to print T-shirts, or agency print T-shirts for their employees. So when you printing T-shirts and collecting money, so what next?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But the Pipipa mayor, his birthday, was it last month? It was, right?
Yeah.
People were drilling. Did you see the drilling? The block traffic.
Yeah.
Some year to his birthday, the whole government shut down. Then you're talking about the King George.
What happening now is that it's like term by term, my term, your term. When Jefferson Koji's birthday, they painted the entire Liberia. You'll see billboards, flyers, T-shirts, and whatsoever about him. On the street.
We've never seen this nonsense before.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm not a fan of Ellen. Everybody knows I'm not an Ellen fan. Neither is Buckeye, right?
Sure.
But when Ellen was president, when her birthday came October 28th, we didn't see the nonsense, Buckeye.
Yeah, but now Costa all on the streets All the billboards
I'm
now.
told they got billboards lined up with a man's picture everywhere.
Everywhere. Any part of the country now you go, you see the president billboard on the street. All over.
These people are sick. They're sick narcissists. I mean, what the hell is wrong? You are the president of the country. Your birthday is not a holiday. It's a private event. Go to work. After work, you go to your house, celebrate your birthday. You shut down the whole government operation to celebrate your birthday.
Because they started this since 3 days ago at the party HQ. All the how they call them, deputy ministers and other people going there.
Pisota,
yeah.
Pisota and the minister agenda. They had a meeting of all female presidential appointees in the government. All the women in the government. She hosted a meeting. Each of them was tasked between $300 to $500 US to pay as their contribution to the birthday celebration. Jesus Christ. What kind of nonsense? My people, what kind of nonsense we find ourselves in so? I mean, we have a situation in the country where people are being murdered. There are ritual killings. I'm going to do a little bit of correction there. I know people like to say ritualistic killings. No, it's not ritualistic killings. It's ritual killings. Ritual killings. Ritualistic is a word, yes, but the correct way, go and look it up. The Merriam-Webster dictionary will tell you is ritual killing or ritual murder. That's the correct way to say it. I know in Liberia we say ritualistic killing. It is incorrect. It is not the correct way. It's not the correct. I'm just providing a little bit of grammatical correction here. It's ritual killing. But okay, back to the topic. Yesterday, the police had a press conference. Did you listen to the police?
Yes, I followed them keenly.
Was it not the most insensitive, the most ridiculous press conference ever?
Absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, how the hell can this guy tell us, now, wait, man, no ritual killing? Hold on. I didn't say ritualistic is not a word. I said the correct way to describe the killing, the correct word is not ritualistic killing, is ritual killing. That's the correct word. But let's come back. The police inspector general, Bogai, come to you. You listened to him yesterday. Basically saying everybody lie. Ain't nobody getting killed by for ritual purposes. Nobody's getting murdered or past his tractor. He basically dismissed the thing. Right after his press conference, all the government surrogates started posting on Facebook that it is the opposition that's making this thing seem like people are getting murdered for ritual purposes.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine that? How are people reacting to that press conference?
People are not really giving attention to it because what he's saying is that somebody really wanna.
But it must be offensive, guy. It must be offensive.
Because people are mooning their relatives. Then you coming up saying that what's happening is either the opposition trying to pin the government black. That's why they are coming up with all of the photos on social media. That's according to him. And now the next step they say they are taking, they will be going for people on social media. Those that will be posting on social media, they will be going after them. Now they are monitoring the entire Facebook. They have set up a team. Yeah.
Can you imagine that, boy?
Go
on.
They have set up a team that will be monitoring the entire Facebook. Anybody that will post a photo on social media, you will be invited by the Liberia National Police to come and explain where you took the photo from, where that event happened, and X, Y, and Z. That was the
Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
I'm sending the release to you. The release that came from the Liberia National Police last night by 8 p.m.
I saw the Ministry of Information posted here. I saw it.
Oh, okay.
So they're gonna go after people on social media now.
Yeah.
So when you post a picture of somebody who got killed, someone like that video that you played towards the end of the show yesterday morning of the guy explaining, the guy who was the body they found, with all those mutilations. So that guy who posted that video, they're gonna start going after those people, right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But what do you think is wrong with these people?
They're just sick.
They got to be sick. I mean, you want to go after people who post pictures and videos of people getting murdered, and you're not going to fight the problem. You're going to go after people.
Yeah, but what's the problem are there? The Liberal National Police have now showing any investigative report that all of these things that are happening are false. Nothing. They did not come up with anything to say, oh, this is false, but they just come out and say, oh, what running on social media is by the opposition and as was. Why can't you come up? People complain. There's a video. Send a video came up of a guy on how he escaped. The lady also come up.
No, they said that guy, according to the police, they said the guy who escaped, they said the guy lied. They said the guy said he was in Bone County, right? But according to them, they pulled the call records from the phone company, whichever carrier he's with. In America, we call him carrier. Whichever carrier he's with, according to them, they pulled his phone records, and the phone records showed the guy was not in Bone County as he said he was. Now, do you even trust them? I don't trust the government.
Yeah.
I don't trust them. These buggers can lie. These son of my swines can lie. If you tell me the guy said he was in Bone County where he was attacked, but we don't believe he was in Bone County, I don't trust the government. I trust the guy. I don't trust the government. And do I have reasons not to trust them? Hell yes. Now the lady who said she survived, she escaped. No, not escaped. They picked her up. They took her into this place. They wanted to murder her. But then when they realized that she was experiencing that time of the month, that time of the month, for those of you who understand what that means in a euphemistic way, they couldn't use her for the ritual purposes because she was not clean, so to speak. So they brought her out and dumped her somewhere. Patrick Sulu also said it's a lie.
Yeah. He says it's a lie.
So the people were saying, the dead bodies were saying, that we're literally seeing in communities everywhere. So these are all what? People are murdering these people and dumping them. Do you know what they said? Patrick Sulu also said too? He said, people don't have money to bury their loved ones.
Yeah.
So when their loved ones die, they literally bring the dead bodies and dump them onto the streets.
On the street, that's what he said.
Can you imagine that? Liberian man will bring a lit pie, a brother or somebody die, and they will bring them and just throw the body onto the streets. Can you imagine that? What is wrong with these people, poor guy? What is wrong with these people? Why would they be lying like that? My man, I listened to the guy yesterday. First of all, Patrick Sulu is a very, very, very stupid guy. He has a very low IQ. The guy just got big muscles, nothing in his head. Big muscles. Patrick Sulu is all muscles, no brain. That's what he is. So Patrick Sulu just talk nonsense. People will bring the dead bodies and throw them onto the streets. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Can you imagine that? Liberian men that I know, they will leave that body there and go all over to raise money to bury that body.
Yes.
But you know this very well. They will leave that body somewhere. They will go, oh, man, please give me money. My brother died. They will make sure they will have burial. Can you imagine? For Patrick Sulu to say that people are literally throwing their dead bodies onto the streets because they ain't got no money to bury them? Talking. Ooh. And so the thing they can get away with it, in the face of all of that, the nation is gripped by fear or with fear. Fear has gripped the nation. The president is throwing an extravagant birthday celebration tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's not like he's celebrating a milestone. I mean, he's 55. I mean, he turned 50 5 years ago. So there's not a milestone birthday celebration. I would understand if it were a golden jubilee. Okay.
Yeah.
Barack Obama threw a big birthday bash the other day. People were criticizing this is COVID time. He turned 60, even though they said once you come there, I mean, one of the requirements is that you're going to have to get tested and blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff, or you're going to have to show that you were vaccinated and all that kind of stuff. But this is not a milestone birthday. This is 55. He's not 60. And they're shutting down the whole government. They're forcing people to print T-shirts and to come out there. My man, I just gave up on it. Yeah, my man. No, if anybody expected Josh Weah will make a little turn around, you just forget it. I mean, it's never going to happen. And boy, the country is gripped with fear. The country is currently under that spell. Everybody is afraid. People are leaving the streets much earlier, much sooner than they normally would.
Sure.
It's affecting people's way of life. It's affecting economic activities in the country. And you would expect the president would demonstrate leadership. He would address the nation, call a press conference and tell the Liberian people, look, we understand how you feel. We're concerned. We're looking into this. We're going to beef up security. We're going to increase police presence.
Costa, you expect that when the president depending on to update him on the issues are saying all the things are happening at live?
Yeah, but instead, the president's all muscles, no brain, police inspector general comes to the public and say, hey, these are all lies, fabricated lies, told by the opposition because they hate the man. And the people you see, the dead bodies you see on the streets, no, those people were murdered. Their family members can't bury them. They can't afford to bury them.
Yeah.
So they in the funeral home, so they throw the bodies onto the streets.
So, Costa, if the police actually know the family member like don't have money to bury their relative and putting them on the street, why can't they go after them?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's against public safety ordinance.
Sure.
To take you dead body and throw them on the streets. So if you know for a fact, and that's a good point you struck, Waka, that people are throwing their brother body. So when your pa die, you open your pa's stomach, or your daughter die, you open your daughter's whole chest, you take out whatever from there, kidney, liver, whatever, then you put it right on the street. So what are people doing? They put, when their people die, their relatives die, they can take the body part, or then they go bury the body part, and then they throw the other body on the street.
Yeah.
These cinema swines, you see why I can cost these buggers? Do these people have sense? Have they got any sense at all? Jesus Christ. My man, Patrick Sulu stupid. I've always known Patrick Sulu is a stupid man or was a stupid guy. But I did not know the extent to which Patrick Sulu was stupid until yesterday. Look, I did not know how stupid that bugger was until yesterday. For that man to say that the people bringing their people body, they're not able to bury them, they throw them onto the streets. For that guy to say, poor guy, we in trouble. Then, after the press conference, it's as if they went to a meeting and planning. Right after Patrick Sulu dismisses the killings and all these things, what's going to happen? The rest of us, government officials, they all ran on Facebook. This idiot called Isiaka Sharif, that a mentally challenged guy, and by no means, am I making mockery or bullying people who got mental, disabilities, but some people can choose to be stupid, a deliberately mentally challenged individual. That guy posted yesterday that the CPP is the one murdering people and putting them on the streets to make the government look bad. This is an assistant minister of the government.
Mm-hmm.
An assistant minister in the government posted on Facebook yesterday that after the CPP hired lobbyists in DC for $180,000 to lobby against the government, and that was exposed and it doesn't seem to be working. So now the CPP has resorted to deploying the death squad to murder people and throw their bodies onto the streets to make the government look bad and turn the people against the government. Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
But even the finance minister said it on your page. He posted about it also.
What's wrong with these people? For a minister to say the opposition is murdering people and throwing their bodies onto the street, you think we need to go that far to make you look ugly? You are already ugly in the eyes of the people. The country is high as hell. Has the price of rice come down? Do these nasty idiots and son-of-my swines and dirty fools not know that the price of rice alone is a big problem? Do we need to do anything else? Do we need to go to the extent of lying on you to make you look ugly? You're already ugly. You are already ugly. We don't need to lie. And then for them to sit down and concoct these utopian, diabolical, ridiculously stupid lies that we in the opposition are murdering people and throwing their bodies onto the streets.
Yeah.
To make the government look bad, to turn. We need to do that. When you cause the price of rice to go up and the price of basic commodities to go up, you're ugly to the people. When you investigate, the LSCC, they just put that statement out. We're going to move to that. The NPA thing. The LSCC has concluded the investigation. They put out a statement yesterday. We're going to discuss it. The LSCC is saying, you know what? They've investigated. They said they can't investigate Kanyo Bala because he is one of the commissioners at the commission. So they can't investigate him. So they forwarded Kanyo to the Minister of Justice to investigate him. We understand that. Comprende. Now, Bill Traore. Bill Traore put his brother's name on the articles of incorporation of the company. His brother represents him as the equity holder there. He did that. Put his brother's name there. We saw it. Bill Traore was spared. They skipped over Bill Traore in the investigation. Bill Traore is innocent. They skipped him. Bill Traore's boy, Branell, the deputy controller at the National Port Authority. The guy's name is on the article of incorporation. His signature is there. Then he also signed the contract. Again, they skip over the boy, Branell. I believe his full name is Michael Branell or something. This guy is the deputy. Hold on, guy. This guy is the deputy controller at the National Port Authority. Bill Traore took him there from LIPA, the Liberia Institute of Public Administration, LIPA. Bill Traore, when Bill Traore was appointed to NPA, he took Branell with him and made him deputy controller. You know, this guy's name is on the document. It's so blatant. Okay, you can say, okay, the reason why we skip Bill Traore, which we know Bill Traore should not survive it, but you can say the reason we skip Bill is because Bill, his name is not on the document. You can make that argument.
Sure.
But Wagai, can you make the argument? Can you make the argument, Wagai, that Branell, Bill Traore's boy, Branell, should be exempted? I have the articles of incorporation for the company. Branell's name is here. His full name is Christian D. Brunel Sr. He's got 20% shares in the company. He is also, Boagai, he is also the deputy controller at the National Port Authority. Brunel signed the articles of incorporation as an incorporator of the company. Bill Towe's brother, Peter Towe, who represents him with 50% equity in the company, he also signed. And you skip over Brunel and you skip Bill Towe. Okay, I can understand you say, okay, Bill Towe is untouchable because he's what? He's close to the president. So we can touch Bill. But what about Brunel? Christian D. Brunel. Brunel's name is on the document. He signed the document. It's a clear, the evidence is clear. And they skip Brunel. Brunel is exempted. They went after Charles Gore.
Yeah.
They went after the other guy, Amara Kamara. They went after a couple of low-level people. Canio will be set free too. You know that, right?
Sure.
The minister Joseph will clear Canio. They will definitely clear Canio. Because if you, Canio, in his case, he said, Canio used his sister's name. He put his sister's name on the document. He didn't put his own name. It's the same thing Bill Towe did. Bill Towe put his brother's name there to represent him. So if Bill Towe is cleared, so will Canio. Because this is the same rule. They're using the same yardstick. But in the case of Brunel, if Brunel can be cleared, Brunel's name is on the document, boy guy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth. These people are brave. These people are brave. Oh. These people are so brave. They are so brave. I don't understand what's wrong with these people. It is just sad. It is just extremely sad. You know what, brother? Let's move on to something else here. So, yesterday, the ANC had a convention. Let's talk about that a little. Did you follow the convention?
No, we really didn't follow.
I mean, you knew they had a convention, right? Didn't you?
Yeah, I heard about it. I saw some posts on social media about it. But I didn't
okay.
really follow it.
So they had a convention, and Mr. Cummings went unopposed, and he was elected standard bearer. Did you read any statement from the Unity Party or any of the parties in the CPP condemning the convention?
Nope.
Okay. Nobody condemned the convention, right?
No. There have been no release yet.
Beautiful. Good. Well, we want to congratulate Mr. Ellis Cummings on his election as or his ceremonial endorsement, because that's what it was. There was nobody there running against him. He was the only candidate, and he won on white ballot. And there's nothing wrong with winning on white ballot or running unopposed. It happens all the time. But I'm just glad that nobody is criticizing him, unlike what they did when they criticized the Unity Party or condemned the Unity Party process. So I'm here to congratulate Mr. Cummings. No criticisms this morning for him, because that's not my business. They had their convention. Nobody ran against the man. That's my business. And Boga?
No.
So see why somebody ran against the man? Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how that is the same way they should have reacted to the Unity Party the Unity Party's process when they endorsed Joe Boakai. Because the UP said the reason, I don't know, we just lost Boakai. They probably have an electricity problem, so we're gonna see. We'll probably get them back shortly. So then we go to there's a situation with the Secretary General of the PLP. Boakai, you are in the dark. Did you lose power? I'm sure they lost power. We're gonna get them back shortly. So my man, Dr. Cassell, Dr. Kassel on the party, they all did it in the news, my man. I'm telling you. Somebody said I'm gonna talk about Mr. Cummings' speech. I'm not gonna talk about that. Josephine Harman, that's not my business. I never listened to the speech. I can't talk about the speech. And I don't listen to Mr. Cummings when he speaks because I can't stand when people, a lot of our politicians, when they speak, I don't listen to their speeches because I don't find boring speeches entertaining. I don't listen to boring speeches or people who struggle to speak. You know, I listen to great orators. Those are the people I listen to. So sorry to say, but Mr. Cummings is not an orator, not at all. So I don't listen to him when he speaks. Not just him, so many other politicians. I don't really listen to them speaking. I don't. I'm sorry. Even some of the people that I support politically, I don't listen to them speak. It's just me. I am inspired. I when I listen to great speakers, I am inspired. So when you're a boring speaker, I don't listen to you speak. That's what I do. So I never listen to Mr. Cummings in his speech because I don't listen to Mr. Cummings when he speaks because he's not a great orator at all. That doesn't mean he doesn't know how to speak, but not an orator. And I only spend my time listening to orators speak. That's who I am. But back to something else, Wakai. So what was I saying before we lost you? This just now, the PLP. I was talking about the PLP. My man David Bien, the Secretary General of this guy's party, Dr. Cassell's party.
Cassell, yeah.
My sister come here say I should let it be so now. Come here, hi, look you. I can talk all my own thing I can talk. If I don't let the way you can speak out there, I don't let the way you can speak. If you're boring, I'll say you're boring. So I don't listen to boring speakers. You see me, I have fire in my belly. I can't be listening to my no, I ain't got patience with that. That's why I love Obama. You see what made Obama president? You know what made Obama president? His oratorical skills, his gift. That boy became president because of that. I love you, my man. I'm a very honored, I will tell you. Most of our politicians are not great orators. I will tell you that. Most of our politicians, most of them, they are not great orators. So, and me, I only listen to orators speak. If you're not an orator, I'll probably just read what you wrote because if you really said something important in it, but I'm not going to waste my time. That's how I am. And it has nothing to do with Mr. Cummings. Okay. Now, back to what I was saying. The
PLP.
Yes, the PLP. Our man. David Bien, the Secretary General. So I've known David Bien for a while. He's a worker at the Ministry of Finance. And then when I look, I heard David Bien has become the Secretary General of PLP. Oh, that's great. That's great. Somebody asked me whether JMB is a great orator. I did not tell you that. I did not tell you JMB is a great orator. I did not tell you that. You understand? Oratory is a gift. Not everybody got it. And I'm not a single fan. I'm not going to sit down and tell you because JMB is my candidate, so he's a great orator. No. Oratory is a gift. Everybody ain't got it. It's just like eloquence. Eloquence is a gift. Everybody does not have eloquence. You can be articulate, but you may not be eloquent. Eloquence is a gift. It's a gift. Every Tom, Dick, or Harry ain't got it. Oratory is a gift. So don't go there. Martin Luther King, Adolf Hitler, yeah, you may not like him, but he had oratory, great oratory. You know, Barack Obama, oratory is what made him president of America. So don't go there. Everybody doesn't have it. Tony Blair, former British Prime Minister, great speaker. I can go on and on. Everybody doesn't have that gift. Nope. Everybody doesn't have it. Ellen Johnson, nope. She doesn't have oratorical skills. Ellen is a boring speaker. A boring speaker. She doesn't have it. I'm sorry. She doesn't have it. Everybody doesn't have certain gifts. Everybody doesn't have it. You have to understand. Some people are just born with it. Some people develop it over time. Some people don't have it. There are some men, when they speak, some people, they can move you into action. They can inspire you. Whether you like them now, whether you believe in what they say or not, but they can do that. Charles Taylor, yes, he was a great speaker. Taylor, yes, that's true. Charles Taylor was. Everybody is not a great orator. Huh? Everybody isn't. Everybody isn't. I just want to make that point very. Ellen is not eloquent. She's articulate. Ellen Johnson is articulate. Dr. Boyman Fambulet is a great orator. Whether you like him or not, he certainly is. Robert Mugabe was a great orator. Oh, Mugabe was. Mugabe was a great orator. But then he turned out to be a freaking mess. But let me come back to this thing we're talking. So, my man David Bien. David Bien became Secretary General of the PLP. Then I go read the paper. They said David Bien got shot.
Yeah.
Okay. David Bien got shot. They want to know. David Bien tells the police that he didn't get shot, that he shot himself. I said, what? They suspended the man. The PLP suspended the man. So how did David Bien shoot himself? What was he playing with a gun? Did he not know, how to play with a gun? Did the gun misfire?
Costa, he was suspended right after the police press conference yesterday.
His party suspended him. Okay, the PLP suspended David Bien when David Bien went and said he got shot by some unknown assailant who ran away.
Yeah,
shot in the leg. Now, David is my man. David, I'm sorry. I'm sure David didn't shoot himself intentionally. David was probably playing with a gun and he mistakenly shot himself. But why would David lie? That's the point. David, come on, man. I know David Bien very well. He's working at the Ministry of Finance. So David apparently shot himself accidentally. He shot himself accidentally. Then David lied that he got shot. Then later on, when the police, when investigating him or interrogating him or, what they were asking him questions, right? You were making a statement. Then he confessed to the police, according to the story. And if the story was not true, his party would not have suspended him.
Yeah.
The PLP suspended David Bien yesterday for lying initially that he was shot. Can you imagine? I mean, come on, man, David. You shot yourself accidentally. We're sorry. But why would you lie that somebody shot you? Oh, but that boy, support that boy, had killed himself.
You're going to, his spirit going to laugh for him.
It's nonsense. Babylon Dollar will join us. Well, we're going to go to the phone lines. We want to talk to our people. We want to hear what they got to say, their reactions to the press conference yesterday by the All Muscles, No Brain Police Inspector General, Patrick Sulu. All Muscles, No Brain. Somebody said Joey is a great speaker. Yeah, he's a great speaker. He can speak with his legs. That his foot, his legs he can speak with. Dan Sanama Swan. 3.5 years the Bugger been president, he hasn't given one press conference. 3.5 years. Not one press conference the man has given. Tell me he's a great speaker. He's a great speaker on the sycamore tree. Let's go to the lines and take some calls, Deborah. Let's take some calls.
070-102-102-86-010383 555-102-102. Those in the diaspora, you can call on the WhatsApp number. That's +231 888 624171 +231.
Now, right. The Analyst newspaper is quoting the vice president as saying she's alarmed over the gruesome deaths. So the vice president is saying one thing, that people are getting murdered, people are getting killed for apparent ritual purposes. Then the police director is saying something else.
But Costa, you know what happened yesterday? Why the vice president of the Republic of Liberia was hosting a major press conference? That was the same time the police RG and his folks were on EFBC hosting another press conference. Two things at the same time.
Wait. Repeat that.
Why the vice president of the Republic of Liberia was hosting a major press conference? It was the same exact time the police RG and his folks were also hosting a press conference at the Liberia, the state-owned broadcasting system, yesterday at that particular hour of the day.
So the vice president, Joe Howard Taylor, had a press conference yesterday. I didn't even know.
She had it the same time while the police are on.
So did she start before the police? Did her press conference begin before the police inspector general's press conference?
Hers started like I can say 10 minutes before the police could start.
And they knew,
Yeah.
And they knew she was having a press conference.
Mm-hmm.
And they went ahead and ignored her press conference and began theirs.
Yeah.
I see why. In fact, I don't even know she had a press conference because they overshadowed her press conference.
Mm-hmm. She had a press conference yesterday.
But that's disrespect to the vice president, Waka.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that disrespectful to her?
Her office, yes.
I mean, she's the VP, man. If she's speaking, they could simply adjust the time. You know, you can't have a press conference at the same time the VP is speaking. She's the vice president, for Christ's sake. I mean, we know the president can't do press conferences. You know, we know he can't. So we understand that. But when the woman decides to do a press conference, because at least she can speak, you know, she's not challenged, intellectually challenged like Georgia, who is so dumb. Do you know, did you watch Weir's, I didn't watch it, by the way. I never watched Weir speak. Did you watch Weir's UN General Assembly address? You didn't watch it, right?
I didn't.
Okay, I wouldn't be surprised you didn't watch it. But do you know how many times they said they recorded it? You know, when they're making a movie, they got a language they use in the movie industry. They call it take. So they will do a first take, which means you play the scene, and then they'll record it. And then if the director is not impressed with that particular take, then they'll say, do it again. So when they're doing the pre-recorded sessions with George Weir, right?
Yeah.
They say sometimes that 4 or 5 times before the final one, the best one, then they will select the best one. They say, okay, they don't hear it correct.
They select the best one, and then they go do copy and paste.
Yeah, then do copy and paste. Then they'll play. So then they will cut they will try to edit it. They say the man got good audio editor. They will cut they will reduce the other, cut them out and do all kinds of things. So that's what they say they do. They say the man will make those he will read multiple times. After he's done, then they will find the best among them. Then they will edit it. That's why he never speaks live, boy. Because you put that man live to speak, he will mess up badly. That's true. Simon Sakama, I never listen to Weir's speeches. I only read if he says something important, I would read it. But to say I'm going to spend my time watching Weir speaking, no, I wouldn't. You know, but let's go to the lines, Waka. I would like to know what Liberians make of Patrick Sudu's ridiculous remarks yesterday. And they're all saying, ritual killings. Well, you see, Waka, this is so disturbing, Waka. People are murdering people. And the government that is supposed to be fighting this, for political reasons, they are in denial, Waka.
Yeah.
For political reasons, the government is in denial. What kind of message do you think this sends to the murderers? The people who are killing people. What kind of message do you think it sends to them?
Come and do more.
Exactly. We've never heard this one before.
Yeah.
What the government say, oh man, a lie, man. Nobody killing nobody. You don't mind the opposition. Oh. They put that lying. This is a passive endorsement. The government has issued a passive endorsement, a tacit and passive endorsement of murders. People are slaughtering people. And then you tell the people that lie. Ain't nobody killing nobody. In fact, Pastor Sulu said the only ritual killing that has happened in Liberia is the last one that happened in Maryland County. You remember that one, guy?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
yeah.
that boy,
protested.
Yeah. That boy that confessed. At least one person confessed. You remember? I watched that video.
Yeah.
The police arrested him. He confessed that they were the ones they sent to kill the people.
Where is that case now?
Where's that case, my guy?
No update.
I'm told the board told them who hired them to do the killing.
Mm.
Yes. The boy that came forward in Maryland County and confessed, I'm told he told the authorities who hired them to do the killing. That's what I'm told. But sadly, Buckeye, however, the police, they are yet to tell us who the suspects are or who paid those people to murder those people. Let's go take some calls then.
All right, 077010210.
You know, we're talking about people getting murdered. Citizens are here on our live video. They say we're talking nonsense. Let your pa get murdered, your sister get murdered. You know, Bugger, I don't understand why some people will defend everything. Bugger, I mean, what kind of stupidity is that? What kind of juju job we are using on these people? They're murdering people, citizens that are alive. Let them kill their pa or their sister.
That's the party. But the party Mende Costa defend.
But Bugger, your people are getting murdered. And citizens are agreeing with their government that everything is okay. Okay, let them kill your mom, okay, your pa. Then our town will know. Yeah, whether everything okay in the country. So John Hillary Tubman, okay? They went into the man's home and they murdered him in cold blood. So that one that who killed that one? That the opposition came into?
Yeah.
That the opposition kill him? I mean, the people are stupid people. They are only here saying that anything the party or the people tell them, they go ahead and defend it. Damn it, sedition. Look, these are the stupidest people I've ever seen. Seditions. The people are very stupid people. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. They are here defending this thing. No, they will not kill my pa. My pa died already. My mom died already. They are own and living. Yeah. My pa died. He been there for years now. But they come under here. And they're saying that lie. They're not killing nobody. They put damn stupid. I'm just blocking them. I gotta go to the lines that take some calls. I've never seen people this stupid.
All right, let's take our first caller from the United States of America. Good morning. What part of the state you calling you from? Welcome.
Hey, good morning, Waka. I'm calling from Nevada.
Your name, sir?
That's in Las Vegas. My name is George Kimon.
Oh, Uncle Dog.
How are you doing?
Yeah, welcome, sir.
Hey, in regards to your subject on a discussion, I just want to contribute about the killing in Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, the telephone conversation that we heard, the SG and Ellen discussing about human hair and human sacrifice. You know, since in Liberia, they get the opposition leader, Mile Bouakai and Komi. I think these are the top two guys that people are looking up to them to be president, the next president for Liberia. But I saw Bouakai post, and he did say about the killing in Liberia, and he falls short of mentioning about the conversation between Congress and the SG. But my question here is to the opposition leader, Mr. Bouakai and Komi. Why are you guys sitting down? You're not calling for these guys to resign. In a civilized country, this man will not be working by now. For example, the New York governor, one of the powerful men in America, will resign because women said that he takes them inappropriately. But look at in Liberia, a man discussing the man who is a powerful, the law enforcement officer of the land, discussing about him or her, and he still working. Where are the opposition people? That's all. That's my question to both Waka and Coming. Let them come and say something. Why are the men still working?
Okay.
Thank you, Waka.
Thank you so much. Let's take somebody. Noah Zao Gibson. Noah, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is Noah Zao Gibson, and good morning to our leader. Before I make the point, I just want to recommend something to you, Waka. Whenever Costa say open the line, you don't need to waste time, because even if Costa is talking, the moment you open the line on Costa here, he will keep quiet and pay attention. But sometimes you give reasons for the line to delay opening because you want Costa to keep quiet completely before you open the line. And if you do that sometimes, because he's very informed, sometimes any development and break up in the first one, you will have to interject. So by the time he said, let's go to the line, you just go ahead and as soon as you hear the caller speak, you listen. Look, let me tell you something this morning. Look, the press conference yesterday, probably one guy did not listen to some of the major radio stations. That's why he said people are not giving much attention. What have you know, people are giving much attention. People are angry. If you monitor Joy FM, 2FM, True FM, other radio stations, the callers were very robust and very, very angry with the government. Finish comment yesterday. Now, why will you come on and say no increase in killing in the country? It is a making of the opposition. People kill their relatives and dump their body in the street according to you back to school. It's actually fact. The first thing, like when men in the community, when anyone dies, even if that person doesn't have anybody, what the community people will do, they will carry the person picture around. They will carry the person picture around, whether you know that person, even you know that person, when I pointed out, 40,000 people will put it together, they will bury that person. Then the people will go dump body in the street like men that get respect for their body again. So I think he spoke like he does not even understand our culture. Not about who men, but the other one year to admit the real press chakra yesterday. And Costa, the vice president press conference yesterday, it was live. A lot of media institutions were there, and the vice president even disagree with them. I think this is going to be another internal conflict again that will resume between the vice president, because they are saying another thing. The vice president is disagreeing with them. Look, what you're saying is not true. Increase of ritualistic killing is in the country. So I think for me, on a very serious note, we just need to fire and retire these people, because they're just telling you that they will not change, they will not change, and they will not change. Stupidity at the highest degree. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Noah Zao Gibson. Now take this person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Baka. Let me say good morning to our leader, Henry Pedro Costa. This is DJ Lume calling from Corwell. Look, Costa, yesterday, that thing they put around that complete trash and nonsense. For you to tell them that people say they got money to bury their parents, or the Lord money can tie them in the street, that's a complete mockery. And the next thing here is that, Costa, can you remember when Bishop Ase Winga said, anybody that go against the government, they will die? Today, we find a dead body who was here and there. Ase Winga has not come out to condemn those things, but then the police director attacking the leader of the churches, the council of churches. And it is very, very bad. Ase Winga, he said, anybody go against the president, you will die. Now people start getting messy for that in the normal. You haven't come out to say this thing that is going on, it is bad. Then the police got a man to come out and tell like people trash. And they put one of the things I would be saying here, Costa, maybe many people on the radio station will cut me off. If the president violate our rights and go have a party, I would never call him a president in Latino. I will always call him one ball. Because you can't say it cost of pay in our job to die in our form and manner. We didn't have birthday party of when the celebration, the key has done here in America there, where his child was sick, he was passing all around the place there, crying around. He couldn't be on the show. But today, people have lost their lives, and they say the president will go ahead here and have the birthday party. If he just $10,000 US to celebrate a birthday party, I think this man is not a leader. But Joe, that's what I say. If anybody 2023 that votes for him, then I mean you're not a human being. Because there's a complete share of wickedness and bad, and we have to protest. If we don't protest, we will be our children going to school, it will be bad for us. Jana Gracie called me. Contact me on my phone yesterday. You were going to take this initial call. Jana Gracie turned me on that phone 7 minutes long. I had to call the radio off when you were taking this initial on the line. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's take this person. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kumar. Good morning, Mr. Dad. Leader.
Welcome. Momo, go ahead.
Memorial Critical Johnson. Thank you. Thank you. Baka, I'm out of work. If you have the police inspector general, we see it's such alarming and disappointing, disjointed, irresponsible rhetoric. Baka, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This man said that and said, first of all, if I was the president of the Bureau, Memorial Critical Johnson, I could have fired that idiot yesterday. But what you are the police, you are the chief of police. So do you not have the actual team in the night? So when we get our resident down before coming in the street, you have them be arrested and prosecuted us. So where are the security that have been paid our tax dollar? Where are they? If the secret killing is continuing in our country in the capital of Monrovia, then what do you think about Bobby Cathy? What do you think about Grenadier? What do you think about Kidman? But what guy, who is citizen of this country, and we should stand up for ourselves. Tuesday, by the grace of the Almighty God, Tuesday, I will be the first person to stand up to say secret killing or ritual killing must stop. We need to stand up for ourselves. No one will tell us to stand up. Of course, I will not tell us to stand up. You will not tell us to stand up. Then all of them tell us now to stand up. Enough is enough.
All right. Thank you so much, Momo. Let us take another person from this WhatsApp number. Good morning. Your name, are you calling us from?
This is David. I'm calling from Norway.
Norway. Welcome, my brother.
I just want to make a comment on the killing, the ritual killing that going on in Liberia, and I heard Costa saying that the government is accusing the opposition.
Yeah.
If indeed what the government is saying, is true, let them invite international experts to investigate these killings, and then give the findings to human rights organizations and the United Nations, and let's see who is speaking the truth. Because for me, it sounds so funny and stupid for the opposition to be killing people and then dumping the bodies to the streets. So if they're actually serious about stopping this ritual killing, let them invite international experts that will investigate these things and bring the funds to the Liberian people. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for calling in. We take more calls from this one. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, I'm Timothy Smith calling for 7 seconds. Good morning, Henry.
Morning, Tim.
Right now, brother, everything that's going on with the photo, we are the problem. And that is the reason we are getting together now to recognize the problem, how we can solve the problem to vote the people up. We are going to vote for Copperware, selling your voting card. We should be prepared. We should be prepared that the time we draw you, we're going to stand back. I was talking to our brothers and sisters in the community that we should make sure 2023 to remove the people that we need to be saved. Look at the police director. You can you imagine your town chief president? We are just town chief, not only town. So we are in the village, not saying you have to grab the party. You think we're not watching? Can you imagine right now when you go, look at, if most of us are looking at, they have one in the villages, the rural area. And I want to now show you every lab here, we should get together to have a watch net team, community watch net team. We got to have a watch net team. We're going to take it ourselves, your president. We have to say no security. Remember, I came to this character on the show. JP Lama and Abba Peter are on job. They down. Someone can correct me. Then instead of the party tomorrow, they jumping on. That's not today, that's the party, right? Tomorrow, they're running there. It's a case of family. And we're watching him. You said you the follow the horse. We dying. Yeah? You are our power. Then we dying now. You lost the country, get the country at heart. Then you have to breath the party. So show me your friend, will tell you who you are. The men are telling us they can't go live with me. Look at the door in the mail. Yeah, go there. So we didn't agree. Right now we are focused. And let me tell you something, no matter what they can do, we will stay and fight for the country and we'll remove president. We are 2023. We're not giving all the we take our hope in the CPPF. And let me tell you on the show the Costa. everywhere in Australia, West Point, over, Cape Town, all over. The CPP is winning everything. We not give up because even we know what's going on. So we are telling them that when people the only way for 2023 we should remove President we are. And we are more laughing. Our people don't tell them can you teach people more laugh. Don't tell them can you them pay away go more laugh. Let us get together. See we want the speed stripping. People to play me no TVC, no CPP.
All right, thank you so much, Timothy. 0770-102-102-086. 010383. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. Yeah, that's the WhatsApp number +231 888 624171. Good morning.
Boga, you'll take two more after this call. You'll take one more call, and then we'll take our guest, Mr. Vable Dollar.
Good morning.
Good morning, Boga. Good morning, Costa. My name is Thomas Kumen. I call from Upper Carwell.
Welcome.
You know, it's saddening my heart so much to even listen to the IG speaking to the nation that the racial killing is fake. You really telling me that? Police IG speaking that the killings are going around is fake? Then who killing the people? If it is fake, you know that statement also contradicts the United Nations statement. I mean, American statement that the citizens are not safe in abroad. They shouldn't come here. So who are we believing? America said that citizens should not come. The IG is saying the killings are fake. But man, what bothers me more is 2023. I don't know why 2023 can appear now. If that's something they can revoke, they can attack. We just revoke the day today and have election. What bothers me a lot. God save the state, man.
Thank you so much. One more person, then we go over to our guest. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah. Baka, how are you?
I'm okay. Your name is calling us from?
I'm Lamini Esquire from Sanga City, Bon County.
Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you very much. You know, while you people are talking about restoration killing, I would like to talk about our organization, EOP, and our brothers actually Costa and Jesse Coba now holding us one because they know very well whenever they have a problem. Here, our heart will be crying us and will not even let us sleep, which is very bad.
Okay, yeah, but they finished settling it already.
Oh, Yeke Kolba, hello?
Yeah, they finished settling it already. It's settled.
Yeah, for Yeke Kolba, whenever you want to take some decisions, problems can happen. The youth within they are overlooking Martin Kunate and other people. You see? And you have to consult the people on the ground whatsoever Henry Costa is doing, so you just the children there.
All right.
All we will do, and then if you know a pass or Brother Henry Costa.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's see if we can cross over to Costa and and welcome our guests.
Okay. Thank you very much, folks. We're going to stop right there. We have with us Mr. Vable Dollar. Mr. Dollar is the individual about whom I spoke yesterday. He alleges that he was falsely, maliciously reported on by Mr. Hassan Bility and to the U.S. authorities, something which led him to. What's causing that feedback? It's got to be from your studio. Can't be from mine. Has to be from yours. So we have Mr. Vable Dollar here this morning, joining us from Canada. Mr. Dollar, good morning. Welcome to the Costa Show.
Good morning, Liberia, and good morning, Mr. Costa.
Good. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, Brother Costa. It is difficult to give a profile of yourself with what it appearing as though you are bragging. But I'm from the Badinga tribe, Muslim. Attended the University of Liberia. My first year as freshman class president, I was with the SRC SUP. Later on, I was a student leader, read a speech to Liberia at the Executive Mansion in 1990. Uh, went in exile when the war came back, chairman of STUDA, expelled from the University of Liberia by Dr. Sion because of activism. Uh, during the transitional period, I was opportune to have served as local county representative, chairman of maritime, chairman of foreign affairs, director general of LBS for only 8 hours, having been fired by Charles Taylor and Alahaji for speaking the truth. Arrested September 18, sought asylum in America, where I worked for the U.S. government resettlement program for 6 years, helped resettle thousands of refugees from the Bunagura camp in Ghana, Sierra Leone, the Gambia, Guinea, all over the world. Uh, but before then, I went to school in Liberia, uh, the law school, although I didn't graduate, IBB, Sion student, came to America, obtained double masters in public policy formulation and business administration, respectively. That is
Very
just
good.
a synopsis. Mhm.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Vable Dole. A few weeks ago, about 2 or 3 weeks ago now, you contacted me.
1 minute, please. Also, a founding member of the CDC and the guy who gave the name CDC. Thank you.
Good, good. So a few weeks ago, you contacted me to share your ordeal with me. Somebody wants to know family. You didn't talk about family. How can you say all those other things and not mention the family?
Thank you. Well, uh, people have been saying that I've been bragging of my wife, but I love my wife and kids. I'm married with 4 kids.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
very much.
Now you said something. All right. So I've known Mr. Vable Dole for years now. We've kept in touch over these years. He's one of those people I speak to from time to time whenever time can permit for us to talk. And we compare notes on all issues Liberia. And I knew he lived in the U.S. For a period of time. I stopped hearing from Mr. Vable Dole until suddenly a few months ago we resumed communication. But I didn't ask him why I had stopped hearing from him or I stopped seeing him on social media. Then a few weeks ago we were talking, and he told me this account, and he's here himself. Mr. Dole, welcome. Yesterday I introduced your discussion, the situation regarding you, which I find extremely unfortunate. And we felt that we needed to bring you on to talk to the public. Tens of thousands of people are listening and watching, and so speak to the Liberian people. What happened? Why did you have to leave the United States, and why are you where you are? How did you come in touch with Mr. Hassan Bility? What led to this situation? Tell us.
Thank you once again, Brother Costa, for the opportunity. And thank you to Liberians in Liberia and the diaspora. My debut on the biggest platform has nothing to do with politics. No, I'm out seeking vengeance against someone that I consider as a brother. For decades, we lived together, we ate together, we did everything in common. I have come to seek redemption. I have come to seek vindication in the wake of the lies, misinformation, character assassination, deception, extortion on the part of Hassan Belite and his cohorts in crime in Belgium, Sylvester Maximin, the organization he proxied for, that has been going around lying on innocent Liberians in the diaspora on the pretext of identifying war criminals. I'm a victim, and so many other people have been victimized. As I said in the intro, I'm not seeking vengeance against him. No, I'm out go the line on him. For ethical and moral reason, as a Muslim and as a Madingo, I will not do it. It's against my body system. We went to school in Wiswa, in Monrovia. We lived together, Bannersville Estate, BP Road. When the war came, having read a speech at the executive mansion, Joe wanted to kill me and Tila forces. We sought asylum in Guinea and Ghana, respectively, where we were. Then we came back. I was opportune to have served in the government. I brought him closer to me. He worked with me later on. I introduced him to other friends like Tego Kroma. He served as special assistant to him. Until 1998, when I was arrested by Joe Tidd and through the U.S. Embassy that the cutting list, the then political and military attaché, I sought asylum in America. I was granted asylum. We communicated. Later on, when he was arrested by Charles Taylor, we advocated. We went to Washington, D.C., protested and advocated on his behalf, leading to his release. He came to America. He was in Boston. I lived in Trenton, New Jersey for 25 consecutive years. I worked for the U.S. government, as I said in the intro. One day, Hassan Belite called me. He said, Bafle, I'm now working with an organization. Okay. At some time in point, I will introduce you to them and we would like you to work with us. Okay. But I didn't know the detail of the job he does. One day he called me and said, I have a position for you. That was around 2013. I have a position for you. I want you to go to Ghana to serve the regional director of the organization I work with. I agreed initially. But one day he told me, Mr. Bafle, you were asked to kill your mom, to arrest your mom. I'm sorry, to arrest your mom or your dad or your mother. Will you do it? Well, I received it with a sort of pessimism. The man thought you would mention that. So I wasn't receptive. And he realized that. Later on, he called me. He said, oh, Bafle, he won't give you the job because you were a human rights violator. I was baffled. If I'm a human rights violator, you are. Because my entire life is about writing and advocacy, talking and writing. That's my area. Okay, and we did everything together. I didn't fight. I never held a gun. I had never fired a weapon. My name is now in the TRSC from A to Z. And that's why I'm in America all this year. So in short, I rejected the job through my action, through my words. Later on, 2014, precisely. But we're in touch. In fact, one time he came, he called me, he was in Philadelphia. I drove from Trenton to Philadelphia. We went to the club, we ate together, we did everything in common. Because I see him, we've been together over 45 years. Yes. Then he told me, Mr. Bafle, listen, he was in Liberia this time around. He said, Bafle, there's a money being held in abeyance in New York. This money proceeds from the Oriental Timber Company that was operated by Charles Taylor and Goss. They have millions of dollars in escrow. And my organization is spearheading an effort to pay those who were victimized by Charles Taylor. And you are a victim. So you are qualified. And through my recommendation, they are about to have you compensated along with my small brother whose ear was cut off by Model. I agree, Costa. Because what? As far as I'm concerned, he's my brother. I trusted him at that time, not now. Okay? I say yes, Bafle. I've spoken with my people and my organization is spearheading this effort. So I want you to go to New York. That was October 5th, 2014. I said, okay. I drove to Atlantic City, took my brother Mobin, whose ear cut off. Now we have done a plastic surgery on him. Okay, it's okay now. I picked him up. We drove to New York. We arrived in Manhattan. We met in a restaurant. I met these white guys with one lady. So they told Mr. Vafley, welcome. Are you aware why you are here for? I said, yeah. I've come to cut a check as a victim. They said, no. They said, didn't Hassan tell you that you are going to Belgium to testify against former NPA General Martina Johnson? I was baffled, Costa. My fellow Liberians, I was baffled. I was shocked. I was asked, my own brother placed me on the bus. They got to say, well, we are federal prosecutors that were involved in the trial of child killer leading to culpability. Yeah, that's what I was told. Pastor, listen, I'm over 50. For moral and ethical reasons, I will not lie. I have a mother, I have daughters, I have sisters. There's no way I would lie on an innocent lady that I don't know before. I had never seen Martina Johnson. I don't know her. I wasn't a fighter. Even if they were to put me on a cross-examination, I wouldn't be able to identify her. I told him, I said, no. That's unbelievable. He told me that I was coming to collect money. My friend started crying. They told me that I should consummate an agreement to go to Belgium. I said, no, I will not go. I will not go. He's lying. We didn't have any discussion like that. They talked to me.
And was Hassan present? Was he present in that meeting?
No, he was in Liberia. He was.
So he set up the meeting for you to meet with these people.
Yeah, he came from Monrovia.
Okay, but he was not present himself. Okay.
Yeah, but he didn't. Why he told me about the money issue? That through him, his office was to give us the money as a sort of compensation, being spearheaded by his organization, and the money was being held in abeyance by the U.S. government. That's what he told me. So the guy said, "Well, let's call Hassan Belete." We called him several times. He wouldn't pick up the phone. After several hours, we couldn't consummate an agreement. I told her I wouldn't do it vehemently. I drove back to Trenton and I dropped my brother back in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then I called Hassan Belete. After 3 days, he called me back. I said, Bafley, why did you refuse? There are incentives involved. To give you money, the time off your job, and so many other things. Okay, you were to do it. I said, Hassan Belete, listen, the time I have spent on far more than what is left. And two, my father was a rich man. I'm self-sufficient. I have worked in Liberia. I've worked in the United States in the US. I have a very good job. I can do that. Because I have mother, I have sisters, I have daughters. Even if I've had a beef with Martina Johnson, I don't know her. I've never seen her before. I will not do that. Then his people from Sylvester Maxima, I have documents to that effect. And I have presented them to the US government and other relevant authorities that are investigating. Even the Canadian that have investigated me, I gave them the relevant documents. So he talked to me for 4 months. I didn't do it. The 5th month, one day I was home. I received a call from a friend very close to all of us. His mother, I called her name initially during my first appearance at one of the platforms. He told me, "Oh, Hassan Belete just called me to inform me that your name has been placed on a blacklist by the U.S. government. Meaning, I will not travel. My freedom is seized. I will not have a work authority. Everything I've labored for, everything seized, even driver license. That was the beginning of my bondage in America."
So listen. So this friend called you in 2014 to tell you that Hassan Belete had placed you or had the American authorities place you on a block list. But did you find out? Was that true?
Listen, he told me that Hassan Belcher called him to inform him that I should call Hassan Belcher in Monrovia. So I immediately pick up the phone and call Hassan Belcher in Monrovia. I said, Hassan, what is happening? Here you are. You sent me on a covert mission. I refuse. Could this be a retributive action against me for my refusal to concede, to go on a mission? What is happening? I've lived in America for 2 decades. Nothing. Probably the only violation I have is what? Traffic ticket. Now you're telling me that my name has been placed on a blacklist? He said, well, it's not me. It's my friend Jim Fasukwe, the Loma guy, who may have done it. But right now, you could be arrested at any moment. That's what he told me. Now, all the writing you've been doing, you don't have to write any political articles. You have to keep quiet. For some time, I left Facebook. I kept quiet. Then, but every time you called Mr. Bartley, right now you could arrest you. I was afraid. I didn't tell anyone. Only my family knew about it. Okay? We did that for some time. But later on, everywhere he goes, he would tell people that I was poised to be arrested. So I consulted a lawyer, Costa, people of Liberia. I started paying legal fee for over $50,000 for 2014, just to seek vindication. Until
and who are you talking to? I mean, you hired a lawyer to engage with who? To represent you with who?
Yeah, to engage the Immigration and Homeland Security. Later on,
did they contact
lawyer,
you?
They were
did Homeland Security contact you?
Initially, they did not contact. So, but we want to know exactly what happened. So, if my lawyer filed subpoena to subpoena my file to know exactly what is there. When we saw my file, then I started seeing documents written by the guy who practiced for him, Jim Pasukwe, calling me cyber criminal, calling me jihadist, calling me fundamentalist, calling me allergic criminal, which are false, seeing documents from them. Because what? They were, people were forced to submit so that I could see my document. And from there, she filed damage. Did that for a very long time. But yes, I'm still talking to Hassan. So one day he called me. He said, I know they're going through hell. But that came about when family friends started talking. I talked to him. I said, Billy, we came along. Listen, you did this thing. Well, I sent you on a mission the first time you didn't do it. I have a second mission for you. I'm talking to my agent at the Homeland Security. I said, what is the mission? He said, we are about to have Tom Will you arrested. Former defense minister on the NPRG, Tom Will you in Philadelphia. He said, we are about to have him indicted. But in order to have tangible reasons to have him culpable, we want you, Bartley, to go with us surreptitiously. You arrive, you fly with us to Liberia, drive with me and agents to your hometown in Baker, where massacre occurred, 600 people got killed. You will go there, we will get some witnesses, some court lives, and you will be part of that. Then we will come back in America. Okay? Then his trial will be held. Okay? And he will be indicted and sentenced. Then I will free you. That's what he told me, Pastor.
So he wanted you to say what? To say that you were engaged in a massacre in Bakadu?
No. They want to put the blame on Tom Oweyu, that Tom Oweyu was responsible. And it's an open secret. It wasn't Tom Oweyu. In as much I'm from Bakadu, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Dingo. It wasn't Tom Oweyu that did the massacre. But just what they do, they concoct lies. He told me, saying you are credible and you are from there, being a Madingo and being a Muslim.
So he wanted you to testify against Tom Oweyu?
Yes, that's what he told me. He said, so, but I will fly with him. Okay, they will give me a temporary document. Since everything seized, they will give me a temporary document. I should fly with he and his agents to Liberia. From there, we should drive to Bakedo in Lofa County, meet other people, okay, then get other witnesses. Then we'll fly back to the U.S., go for trial. When the mayor is indicted, he will free me. I said, okay, I hear you. But did I agree? Because I was apprehensive. Then he said, okay, I'm coming back. I'm coming to the state. He arrived in the state. He went to Philadelphia, met with other actors, went to Washington, D.C. He called me. This is Vapley. I'm in Washington, D.C. Okay. But when he talked to me, he saw that I had this sense of pessimism. So he didn't contact me on the issue anymore. But he had told me because he realized I wouldn't do it. Then he flew back to Liberia. He went and took those Badingo brothers in Liberia. About 7 or 8 persons who have never seen Tom Wayu, didn't interact with him. They don't know him. Coached them. They brought them in Philadelphia. Tom Wayu was indicted. He was indicted, went for trial. He was sentenced to 30 years in jail. While awaiting to serve his sentence, he died mysteriously. I miss pain for lying on him. That's how Tom Wayu died in Philadelphia. Because I have rejected 3 missions, then he started telling people that he will ensure that there's some sort of retributive action against me. Friends told me, but he wouldn't talk to me. From that time, he wouldn't talk to me. So one day, I received a letter from the Immigration and Homeland Security, and it says, intent.
When did you receive the letter? Which year was it?
Later on, that was in 2019. 2019, it said intent to terminate status. That was it.
Intent to terminate status. Which status was that? Your legal status?
Yeah. Intent to terminate status. And I should go for investigation. But yeah, I am. All alone, I live in America for 20-some more years. Work, pay taxes. I have never committed crime. My wife, my children, I work with the US government. And I have been sent on 3 missions I refused. After that, I'm receiving this. So I call him. I said, Hassan Beliti, this action is reminiscent of Thomas Sankara and Blaise Compaoré, a friend betraying his own brother. I said, this is your making. I have been in this country. I do everything. Why now? It's a retribution. Why are you treating me like this? He cut away from me. So I took a lawyer. But this is Trump area of appeasement, his support base. My lawyer went through it. I appeared one time, but things that he told me, when I saw my file, things that they have written about me, he and James Pasikwe in Minnesota, I can't win. They didn't say, they only said the 2 things they put in my file. Okay, they said misrepresentation, and fraud. What kind of fraud? I have never committed any fraud in America. I had never done anything. I had never misrepresented myself. Everyone knows it's an open secret that my asylum is based on my arrest. Everyone knows who were in Liberia. And I have been working, doing everything. But the only thing is, I know that Hassan Beliti had warned me. Okay? So I knew exactly that he did it. But at the time in America, 2019, people were being arrested. Even you go to the hospital, anywhere, my lawyer told me, say, you can't win. Had it been on a normal system like the Democrat in power, you will win. But this one, you will not win. And the guy whose name was saying, you know that they've been bringing witnesses from your country. And in your case, if you were to be arrested, they would do the same thing. But there was no indictment. Now, don't forget, I told you I had brought all my people in from Liberia and they are all citizens. My mom, my brothers, my sisters, over 30%, because I work with the system, with the US government, and they all came legally. They have family. Instead of all of them being victimized, let them be the sacrificial lamb. So I decided to take a preemptive move to leave the country at will. So I was never arrested. But the only thing they told me, so we will terminate your status. And I know they're working with Hassan Beliti and this guy. That's how, on the 3rd of September 2019, I told my wife, I said, well, carry me to the Canadian border. I will go to Canada. They put me to the border. I walk. And they asked me, they said, well, this is the sovereign country of Canada. If you came here, we'll arrest you. I said, okay, I prefer to be arrested than to be unceremoniously, unjustifiably detained by elements in America for no reason. And they put a hand up, you are arrested, and you are interrogated, and they carry you in a safe home like any other refugee. They asked me questions why you were leaving. I explained to them and why I was leaving, what my friend and others have done to me. They said, well, we're going to investigate you. If you have any criminal record, one, if any warrant for your arrest from America, we will have you arrested and send you back because it's an extradition treaty between Canada and America. And they did all the background check. They did everything. They didn't find nothing. So this is how I'm living today in Canada. Can you imagine? My wife and kids are in America. My children, I took them to the park. I teach them how to read and write. I did their assignment for them. They don't have that any longer. You understand? My wife cries on me every day. My kids are crying. Their life is about to be ruined. I'm hyped. Why would you destroy a friend like that? Okay? So I have been here for 2 years, 2 months in Canada until I wouldn't have spoken because I need to clear my name. Until when I saw that report from Darius Stewart in the newspaper mentioning my name, what Hassan Bellotti did to me. Then other and other places started calling me. Other actors from Washington and other places started calling me. Now I was fooled to clear my name. I wouldn't have spoken. Listen, Costa, you see me right now? I'm living. I'm free. I'm not in jail. But you know what it means to live in separation? You don't have wife. You don't have children. My life, and that of my children destroyed by Hassan ability. So investigators called me from Washington, D.C. that they were going to Liberia. They said, well, you need to clear the air, your name mentioned. Okay? It was based on that. I sought your help to come on the biggest platform so that the world would know exactly what is happening. And this thing needs to be stopped. Probably I have the opportunity to speak on your platform, not others who have been victimized by Hassan Belita. Listen, I have no reason to lie to him. So many Liberians are being victimized in Europe, in America, and other places. They quote concoct lies, take false witnesses, because he and his agents have amassed millions of dollars from philanthropists, NGOs. The Canadian government is investigating, the US government is investigating, the British government is investigating, Holland and Belgium. Because what? They took millions of dollars and lied. You don't do that. That's deception. So I just wanted to clear the air that I did not do nothing. That I'm a victim of Hassan ability lie. And more bizarre, even Jerome Vedia, he gave me a letter of vindication. I sent you a copy.
Yeah, I saw the
both
affidavit of
Canadian
yeah.
and British U.S. government. So that is just a synopsis of the whole thing.
So,
Thank you.
Mr. Bobby Dollar, thank you very, very much for explaining your ordeal. As I said, I had absolutely no idea that you had left the U.S. because of the situation. It was only a few weeks ago that you shared this account with me, and so it's an interesting thing for you to have. It's very unfortunate for you to have gone through this situation. Sorry that folks we lost. He was struggling with his device. We just lost him. We hope we can reconnect with him. We hope we can reconnect with him. So Okay, we're trying to reconnect with him now. Okay. Okay, good. All right, we have you there. So, Mr. Dolly, as I was saying, this situation is deeply disturbing. There are a number of other people who have come forward to say that Hassan Belete offered them money to go and testify, to lie against people they did not know. You're not the only one. If you were the only one, it will make me skeptical. Because as I said yesterday, for a long time, I held Hassan Belete in high esteem, or a considerable modicum of esteem and admiration for the supposed good work that I thought he was doing. But when we began to hear witnesses, people he interacted with, people he made offers to, convinced, flew to Europe to testify against people who were tried for committing war crimes and crimes against humanity. And these same people would capitulate on him and would begin to accuse him of having paid them money and offer them asylum for themselves and their families in order for them to tell these bold-faced, concocted lies. Then I began to look at Hassan, in a different through different lenses. So when you told me of your account, which you're not first, you're not second, you're probably third or fourth. And so people are saying that this is his modus operandi. He goes to people, he concocts these stories, and he offers them money to testify against people they do not even know. I mean, that's how Agnes Taylor got off the hook. Because the people he brought forward to testify against Agnes Taylor were not credible witnesses. They were financially induced. But the point is that we've offered an open invitation to Mr. Hassan Belete to come on this show. Mr. Dollar, why were you quiet until recently? I mean, I heard you say Darius Toy, a journalist that I know from Liberia, published a story in which he said you, Mr. Dolly, are one of the victims of these criminal shenanigans of Mr. Belete. Is that really why you came forward, or did you just? In fact, you know what? The real question is, why were you quiet all this while? That's the real question. That's the more important question.
Thank you, Costa, and thank you, Liberia, for listening to me. I wasn't quiet in America, but it would have been prejudicial, especially when my lawyer was litigating the case in America. And sometimes politically, and it is strategic to remain quiet because I was really, really afraid of Hassan Belete. I was being held in bondage. I was being held in bondage from 2014 up to 2019. I thought it would have been resolved. Can you imagine when I told you that one time he told me, "It's about this, send me all of your legal documents in America. My agents who did this to you, they have agreed that they would take you off the hook," and I did it. He was in Liberia. I sent everything to him. And from that day, that was the end of it. I was being held in bondage. And this is exactly what happened. And the only reason I spoke now, when I came here, the authorities spoke with me. And they told me not to be afraid. And the people in Washington talked to me. They told me not to be afraid. And so I will cooperate with them. And if there's a need to testify in any court, be it in Canada, in America, I will testify against it. Trust me.
Now, let me ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see yourself returning to the U.S.? Do you see your troubles in the U.S., which you believe were created influenced by disability, because you refused to cooperate with him to take money and testify against people you did not know? Do you think your U.S. troubles would go away? Do you think you would be able to come back to the U.S. and be reunited with your family?
I hope so. I think the U.S. authorities are now getting to know the reality, and the issue of culpability of Mr. Ability is nearing. People have started speaking out. People were afraid, but they know that. I think you may have read one of the statements made by Hassan Ability yesterday. One of the papers that Buffalo Dollar was involved in any criminality. His name, I didn't mention his name as a human rights violator. He doesn't know anything like that because you know why? He knows that investigators are now in Liberia, and the people have done thorough research on me and realized that I wasn't involved in any criminality, nor any human rights violation. They have searched the TRT report. They have done all of the documentation, and this is the fight. So I hope that at the end of the day, I will be vindicated, and so that I'm able, based on humanitarian ground, to reunite with my family. Listen, Canada and America are the same. All the essential, but you know why? I can't live in isolation. These kids, their life will be ruined if I'm not in their life. Okay, I see them, and you imagine almost you live with them now. You don't have a dad. You don't have no one to call a dad every day because of the heinous machination of my own brother, Hassan Ability. It's painful. It's devastating. I hope that I'm able to return to my family one day.
Mr. Babledore, I want to say we look to see that happen. You've been able to reunite with your family, your beautiful family. I must say. Uh, I don't know what he keeps doing. We keep losing him, but folks, there you have it. As I said, Mr. Ability, Hassan Ability, the opportunity is yours. You may come forward and clear your name if you feel there's a need to do so. Um, you know, the platform is all yours. We want to hear from you.
Yeah.
So we want to balance this thing out. Now, Mr. Dollar, welcome back. Well, we thank you for the courage to come forward finally after over 2 years of silence. You've been in Canada for 2 years, 2 months, you said. But this ordeal, this as far back as 2013, you said. And we've extended, and I would like to re-echo that, an invitation, open invitation to Mr. Hassan Ability, if and when he chooses to take up to take us up on that invitation. We would be glad to have him, and we would host him and ask him questions regarding the allegations you've made, and you believing that he is the one behind your troubles with the U.S. authorities. And so whenever you feel the need to come back here, Mr. Tolle, please just let me know. We'll bring you back here. We're interested in this because you are our brother. And so is Hassan. He's a brother of yours. He's a Liberian brother as well. You're not the only one who's accusing him of this. Several other people, shocking. Look at the people who followed him all the way to Europe, who mounted the podium. They were about to testify. Instead of testifying against the people he took them to testify against, they turn on him and testify against him. So this is interesting. So we hope Mr. Ability can come forward and talk to us about what happened. Until then, well, Mr. Tolle, we wish you best of luck, and keep strong. You're a strong man. You've seen a lot. You have faced, endured a lot in your life, and this is not going to break you. Don't let it break you. I'm glad you're in Canada and you're free. It could have been worse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've thought about that. You could be in a worse situation, but I hope Allah Almighty will continue to give you strength and to give your family strength, and that your troubles, if they are entirely limited to the situation with Hassan, will go away when the American authorities get to know the facts. We hope that will happen. Thank you so much. God bless you, and let's get your parting comments.
Thank you, Liberia, and thank you, Brother Costa. God bless everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, folks, there you have it. That's Mr. Vable Dole. Vable Dole earned for himself a reputation in Liberia as a student activist and student leader. And then he went on into mainstream national politics. He's actually one of the founding organizers of the CDC. Vable Dole, he lived in the United States for over 20 years, worked with the US government, and of course his troubles began. I didn't know anything about it. And so we felt that when he asked to come on, we afforded him the platform, just as we're affording Mr. Hassan Bility the platform to come forward. The thing is, we're not just going to be asking Mr. Bility about Vable Dole's accusations, Waka. We're going to be asking him about the witnesses he took to Europe, Waka.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can say, Waka, let go, you go testify against John Brown, I will give you money, or however way you and I talked, then I take you to testify, then you get there, you say, my people, Costa gave me money, oh, he brought me here to testify to lie on the man. How am I supposed to say, Waka lying?
Yeah.
I mean, how are people supposed to say you are lying? I who carry you, you turn around, you say, I pay you money, they can't lie. So what's hanging over Hassan is a big thing. And I think Hassan needs to clear his name. We are not the ones advancing these or making these allegations. We're not making these allegations against him. It is people such as Vable Dole, somebody who I have been told is like a brother to him. I'm told they've known each other forever. You know, and they go way back, over 40 years. They live together. Yesterday after the show, somebody got in touch with me and said, look, my man, Vable Dole and Hassan Bility live together. They were like brothers. So if it is indeed true that he tried to get his brother Vable to go and testify against Martina Johnson, former MPFL general, didn't he pass? But that was Martina Johnson.
Yeah, he did.
He was in Europe, right? In Belgium or somewhere there.
Mm-hmm.
They prosecuted her. You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, General Martina Johnson. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Vable said he didn't want to do it. You know, he said he didn't want to do it. So now we need to hear from him, from Hassan. You know, Hassan, is it true? You know, I see there is one of our sisters here, one of our big sisters here, on the platform, Mariama Olili Bility. She says they're family. She got in touch with me yesterday. She said, look, Hassan Bility and Vable, the two families are very, very close. She said they're family friends. I suppose Mariama Olili Bility is related to Hassan. In fact, somebody told me that Hassan Bility was named after Mariama Olili Bility's father.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yes, that's what I'm told. So they are families. I'm told that her cousin, Mariama, our sister here, who's on the live podcast, I believe she lives where? Doesn't she live in London or somewhere in the UK?
I think in the UK.
Yeah, yes. Sister Mariama Bility there. I think she lives in the UK. So yes, yeah. So Hassan and Vable, they're family friends. They go way back. So these are not just two people who got to know each other a few years ago. I'm told they live together. Somebody else told me that, not Vable. Somebody else told me that they live together. And so for us to hear today that this guy would, what reason would family have to kind of lie on a family friend to go way back? to say the man try to get me to testify against somebody and he said I can't testify. You know, so it's just a difficult thing, man. You know, so that's why Hassan Bility needs to come forward and say, look, I did not put Vavle in trouble. He needs to say, look, I did not ask Vavle to testify against somebody. Yeah, he needs to say, yeah, they say Martina Johnson lives in Belgium. Yeah, that's what I heard she used to live or lives. But look at the case with Agnes Taylor. Why? He went and informed people to testify against Agnes Taylor, Charles Taylor's former wife. He accused the woman of ordering the torture and rape of people.
Yeah.
And the witnesses he carried to testify against the woman were supposed to say that they witnessed Agnes Taylor behind the line during the war years, ordering her soldiers to beat people up and torture them. You see that? When the witnesses went, or when the witness went, the witness turned around and said what? The witness said Hassan Bility
Pay them.
to lie.
To lie, yeah.
Hey, man. That is how Agnes Taylor got off the hook. My man, if you are a witness, you go to court and you're supposed to testify. And if your testimony does not hold up in court, if the defense lawyer blows holes, as they can say in Liberia, during the cross-examination, I mean, blow holes in your testimony, if you're not a credible witness, the testimony is completely struck out. It will not influence the ruling of the court or the jury. So that is what happened. Agnes Taylor got off the hook because Hassan Bility brought witnesses that said that he told them to lie on a woman. That's how she got free with Wagai. That's how Agnes Taylor came back to Liberia. You remember when she came back? Was it last year or a year before?
It was the year before.
Yes. No, okay, you sure? That was 2019 or that was 2020. My people, which year Agnes Taylor returned to Liberia from the UK? So if Agnes Taylor had actually done what Hassan Bility and said she did, or what she was being prosecuted for, if he had actually brought real witnesses who saw her order her bodyguards to beat and torture people, Agnes Taylor would not have been set free. Okay. It was last year. That's true. Thank you, Mr. Katie. It was 2020, because when Agnes Taylor went to time, remember what she did? And she's a well-spoken woman. You know, she has a PhD, right? She's a brilliant woman. She knows book. She had a big press conference, my man. So they arrested a woman in the UK. She had refugee status in Britain, of course. They prosecuted her, but the prosecution's case fell apart because the witness Hassan Bility brought from Liberia lied. And the witness confessed and said, my people are not liar. They may give me money, brought me here. So what kind of man is this? If all your witnesses are saying that you pay them money to lie, then there's something wrong with this guy.
Because let's just wait from now to tomorrow, because we have extended an invitation to him.
Yeah, me, I want to hear from you. I mean, I got some questions to ask him. Apart from the dollar case, why are his witnesses turning on him? That the one I want to know. What it mean when you carry people, even including your own manure brother, there, they can turn on you and say you pay their money. So I want to know, why are his witnesses turning on him?
Yeah.
As I said, I used to respect this guy. I used to admire this guy because I really did believe him to be a true champion for justice. But then I started hearing witnesses saying, he paid me money. Oh. He told me they would give me a salary. Oh. He said they would do the one for me. Oh. I said, yeah. Every man, even if the man did wrong, they deserve their day in court. But to give people money to testify against somebody, in the Bible, one of the 10 Commandments, my people, in our Holy Bible, in the 10 Commandments, it said, thou shalt not bear false witness.
Yeah.
It is in the Holy Bible. Thou shalt not bear false witness. It's in the Bible. It is in the Bible. I don't know about the Quran, but I would not be surprised if it is in the Holy Quran as well. Thou shalt not bear false witness. God hates that. God detests it. For you to go and fabricate a story to try to destroy another human being, it can make God vex. Wallahi, it can make God vex. But anyway, Mr. Ability, the invitation is still yours. Maybe I am wrong, but again, that not me saying I'm not the one making the allegations against you. It is your who? It is your own people you brought to testify. Somebody say it's in the Quran. My brother Amara V. Suarez says it's in the Holy Quran. The Holy Quran and the Holy Bible, they are similar in so many ways. Huh? They are similar in so many ways. The Holy Quran and the Holy Bible. You see? So again, the invitation stands. Whenever, if ever, Mr. Ability decides to take us up on that offer that we've extended, he would be welcome to come here and speak to the people. Thank you all so much. Tomorrow, I have reached out to this boy, Charles Gore. Okay?
Yeah.
I will send you the story for you to read. A long to buy, my man. I don't know that 20-page thing that Peggy wrote. A long. So that we can talk to him. He gave us whole account of the money.
Tomorrow?
Well, I've asked him to come on the show. I don't know whether he wants to come on the show, but I've asked him to come on the show. But even if he doesn't, we have this story and I have the documents, the bank statement, everything to prove. My man, they begin nail Bill Taro.
Yeah, because they're convincing to come, please.
Well, I hope we can come tomorrow, October 1st.
Yeah.
It's a national holiday, like, bro. The Solomon Swan celebrating a birthday. See our country money celebrating a birthday. Why people getting murdered all over? Damn, stupid police director, all muscles, no brain. Say, Lola, he ain't talk soon. He started talking when he was 12 years old. I think how to talk.
Because you know the man said that they will be going in chat room there, or those that are spreading.
Yeah. I got a statement here. I got a statement that you're talking about. The man said there was like on social media all over put that guy, that stupid man. That guy stupid. That stupid man. The man said the LMP manages administrators of various social media chat rooms. Student has information that is placed in their various chat rooms. You see, the man said they will go in people's private chat room. A bugger and myself get chat room. Say a bugger that administrator, you must make sure if somebody put fake information there, you must report it to the police so they can grab the person.
Yeah.
Christ of Nazareth, the damn stupid Salama Swan with all muscles, no brain. Can you imagine, bugger? You must go report your friend when your friend posts something in the chat room.
In the chat room.
Jesus Christ. What kind of trouble was he so? Huh? What kind of trouble was he so? The man said they were going people. He just said Facebook group. Social media. He said in chat rooms.
Chat rooms.
If you in a chat room, Pastor Suru said when you talk about people getting killed, when you post pictures or videos of people who got killed, Pastor Suru said the administrator of the chat room Madua, they must go after him. Wallahi. The boss stupid. The boss stupid. Whoa, the boss stupid. The LNP will not hesitate to ensure that administrators of chat rooms who do not exercise due diligence. These Salaman stupid people there, you know what they call due diligence? You're damn fool there. You go sign contract with what the company named Igbo Math and Eton to bring 500 million year, 400 something million year. You're their due diligence. They want you to do due diligence as a administrator of a chat room, bugger.
Yeah.
But the damn stupid fool there, when they sign the deal to bring money from, they don't do due diligence. When they let that Serena guy who nearly wiped our central bank account empty, the government account, the man they get the SWIFT code and all the access information, the protocol, the login protocol for the man. The man nearly emptied the account. They didn't do due diligence. But they're telling people who are administrators of chat room that you must do due diligence. When somebody posts a picture in the chat room, you must take the picture or you go analyze the picture and to find out whether the picture is authentic. What are the incidents happening in Liberia? Why they put stupid like that? So Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Jesus Christ. So, okay, what about the people in America? What about the Liberians in America too? When they post things on Facebook, what they'll do to them?
They will come for them one by one.
Oh, they will ask the American government to deport them.
Yeah.
Why can't they put them stupid? Listen, then they say the LMP will not hesitate to ensure that administrators of chat rooms who do not exercise due diligence in the contents that are posted on their various platforms are invited for questioning. Wallahi! If somebody posts something in your group, I run the biggest social media group in Liberia, period. 290,000 people are members of the Costa Show group. So when one of you posts something there, and one of our administrators not see it and be there, Pastor Sudu said they will call you in for questioning. You will go in for questioning. Why you allow somebody to post a picture of somebody they murder? Why you? Then they go further. They said to this end, the LMP envisages that a proper scrutiny of various information placed in chat rooms by administrators will curtail the barrage of insightful and fearful photos and videos that are circulating on social media. Together we can help to make Liberia a better and peaceful nation for all. You damn stupid goats. Why do you think I cost the people like that? They think I so much, and I able to put death slap in this son of my swan ear, so I gotta cost them. How the hell you tell me, say, people are getting murdered left and right? People mustn't post the pictures because it will make the country fearful, and it will make the country not be stable, it will make the country not be peaceful. So instead of fighting the problem, you going after people who posting, so you can stop them from posting. So you want to sit down over the problem and bury the problem. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's bury the problem. Somebody died, don't talk it. They kill somebody in your community, don't talk it. John Tubman was murdered. John Hillary Tubman was murdered in his Fairmont residence. Don't talk it. Because it will make investors scared. It will make WF back. Don't talk it. They got the chop. The video you were playing yesterday. They got the chop to Soul Cleaner area where a motorbike laying out there. Don't talk it.
Yeah.
They get the opium or stomach in a Samukatan Karwa area, and it looked like they took all intros and all parts. Don't talk it. Because the son of my swan, I said, don't talk it. Because it will make them feel bad. If you talk it, that you do arrest. They will not go look for the people who chop the people, who kill the people, that you the one who talk it, that you the one who can't catch. You think the people they correct, my people? These men, you think they correct? Jesus Christ. Like you're not vote for stupid men, but the other stupid men you vote for. This is the stupidest human being you voted for. And if you're wondering what a stupidest is a word, it is indeed a word. It is the superlative form of the word stupid. The comparative is stupido. The superlative is stupidest. George is the stupidest president you've ever voted for. Go look it up if you're wondering whether it is a word. It is indeed a word. You got good, comparative, and superlative. Those are the three categories there. Stupid, stupider, stupidest.
Stupidest.
The boy is stupid. He is the stupidest president ever in the history of the country. 3.5 years, the Salama Swan has never given a press conference. The only time the boy can speak that in a church. Did you watch him Sunday? Why? Did you see that boy in a church on Sunday? See the man doing praise and worship.
The men are leading praise and worship.
The men were leading praise and worship. I look at the boy and say, Lord have mercy. That's what you call blasphemy. When a man with a nasty heart, he had black there, a fingernail, a toenails, who steals the damn country blind. He gives the order for people to get murdered in cold blood. Auditors. Then that son of a swan, dirty road, goes to church on Sunday, and he's there preaching and singing. I said, Lord, have mercy. Lord, your mercy endureth forever. If a man like Joshua can stand in your presence and project himself and attempt to pontificate as a preacher man, God, your mercy knoweth no end. Your endurance, your patience. Back in the day, brother, God used to strike people with lightning. You bomb. Yeah. You remember the story in the Bible about the man, what? Hey man, y'all help me. I'm forgetting. He told a pastor that he told a priest he would sell land and they would bring the money to the church. They went, they sold the land. Y'all help me now. Those of you who know the Bible better than I do. They sold the land, brother. Was it Hananiah and his wife Sophia in the Bible? Hananiah and Sophia? I think so. Help me, folks. Those of you who know the Bible, where is Pastor Charles Aku? Hananiah and his wife Sophia. They sold the land, brother. They told the priest they would sell the land and they would bring the money to the church. When they sold the land, instead of bringing the money to the church, all of the money, they didn't bring all of the money. They kept some of the money for themselves. Hananiah and Sophia. They both knows the Bible. God confess. What did God do? Pastor Charles Aku, what did God do? The lightning struck that Solomon swine. You know, back then, begin, God didn't waste now. God was already on 5G, begin. God didn't waste time back then, begin. Yeah. Nowadays, God get patience.
God get patience.
God got patience, oh boy. God got patience. His patience. And you know why? We Christians believe Jesus Christ is why God got patience today. When Christ came and died for us, yes, he gave his life so that we may have redemption. That's what Christ did. He was the ultimate sacrifice. Now, that's why one of the most powerful scriptures in the Bible is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he giveth his only begotten Son, so that those who believe in him shall have everlasting life. John 3:16. God so loved the world that he giveth his only begotten Son, so that those who believe in him, who trust in him, shall have everlasting life. God's endurance, God's patience, that a man like George Weah can go on Sunday after doing all the bad things. You know, whenever I use that word bad, I am reminded of Buku Smith, one of our men from Broadville. That boy used to sing. I don't know whether he still does, but I know he used to sing like hell. And you know when I used to see my man Buku singing? Watch night. December 31st, the eve of the new year, we used to go to watch night. Oh man, it was a tradition we did back in the day. I don't know what people do that today, but I know we did that quite a lot. I look forward to it. I look forward to the singing. I look forward to the socializing in the church. I look forward to the biscuits and the coffee. The biscuits. Oh brother, have you seen good watch night biscuits begin? The people can make the biscuits begin. I love those biscuits. I haven't had some of those biscuits in a long time. My man, when that boy takes the microphone, just before the clock strikes midnight, my man obviously was laughing here. Just before the biscuits were nice. Oh, Eva saw my sister. I used to love those damn biscuits. Then Pugu would take the mic. Pugu not catch it. All the things I used to do, I will do them no more. I just to say, you know, you leave all the bad things in the whole year. But every year he's singing a song. Because So that means even though he would need a Baba, but then he would take them up at some point and he will continue in the new year. So when I see John, we are going to church and I brought up preaching, I said, Lord have mercy. You know, I got a friend of mine, right? He tells me all the time, I said, Costa, and a lot of people tell me that, Costa, you could become a great preacher. And you know what I often say to him? I said, just because I sound the way I sound, that I could be a preacher, doesn't mean I think I should be a preacher. Certain things in life, you shouldn't do it because you want to do it. You should do it because certain callings are sacred. To become a preacher, I think you must be called. And don't just think that you feel you were called. I want real. God will convince me. You see the way God convinced Moses? Moses was hard to believe again. But Moses was somehow. God had appeared to the boy. Oh, God said, Moses, hear me yet? I'm like Moses. God would have to convince me and say, Costa, here I am, your maker. And God must give me power too, like where he gave Moses power. I said, go ye forth and be a fisher of men. And help pave the way so that they may come to me. God must give me a power, not just the ability to speak and preach and dazzle people and move them, inspire them with my words. Oh my God. No, God must give me, God must show me kolo. Yeah, he may have appeared to Moses in the burning bush. God showed himself to Moses, but God should show me some other way.
That was so you open your own church. The first member that come in there that George we are. So you say, praise the Lord, George we are say, may he say, oh, the son of man so in my church.
You know, Samuel 12 said it was George we are that brought him to God. Damn, look at that kind of thing you do. The boy's sycophancy has no limits. The boy said it was John Weir that brought him to God. Then John Weir said he had a holy oil for his grandma. Jesus, John Weir grandma died Saint Charlie Kintown. He said he had a bottle of holy oil for his grandma. Mama, I see you, man. Look, God got patience. God got patience. God got patience. Thank you so much, folks. God bless you all, and we'll be back here tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, I don't want to see none of y'all my supporter there on Facebook talking about happy birthday, Mr. President. He got enough citizens to do that one for him. I'm sorry, they're not citizens, they're stupidicians. There are enough of them to wish him happy birthday. If you call yourself a supporter of Costa, I better not see you on Facebook or come on my live video and say happy birthday, Mr. President, because I'll block you. People dying in the country, they're in denial. They are, in fact, accusing the opposition of murdering people and throwing their bodies onto the streets, accusing families of killing their loved ones, or throwing their loved ones' bodies onto the streets because they ain't got money to bury them. My man, the thing we see today, we never see it go. Oh, the thing we see. Oh, the thing we see today, we never see it before. I never see government look at people and say, people in their family died, they threw their body on the street.
Yeah.
Liberian man would take a relative body and put it on the street and say, the other one say, I'm stupid. You man say, who's stupid? You can follow stupid man like Joey, and then you stupid past me. Joey was stupid that you following him. Some man like me, brilliant man like me. Joey ain't got 10% of the brain power I got. 10%, he ain't get it. You know, I'm a boy in my head, you know anything I not read. Joey, order. The man all got when you want to get one speech, they got to record it 10 times, then they take the best one from that. 1 out of 10. Then they say, okay, they want the best one. Then you gotta come and say, stupid. You know who they got stupid? Joey is a classic walking textbook human epitome of stupidity. He is the stupidest president in the whole world. They need to put it in the Guinness Book of, I will write the Guinness Book of Record people recommending that George Weah be placed in that category as the stupidest man to ever become president of any country, for that matter. The stupidest human being to ever become a leader of a whole country, that George Weah. Find one person stupider than George Weah, stupider. Because I'm comparing two. That's what you call the comparative. Find one person stupider than George Weah, then I will call that person the stupidest. But until then, that Sanama Swan is the stupidest man to ever become president of any country. 55 years, he's celebrating your birthday, you turn it into a whole national holiday. The whole government will shut down. People will not pay taxes. Government will lose money, revenue. But do you know every day government doesn't work, they lose money?
Yeah.
They lose revenue. To celebrate a man's birthday, you will lose revenue. Your birthday, that what thing? Go to your house. Go to Jamaica Resort. You smoke plenty marijuana. You drink Hennessy ass. Oh, you do orgy. That's the one you can do. Go do the orgy. Smoke plenty. You go do orgy. That's all you can do. I see you, man. Ah, my people. Like, bro, when I see you, where is the ballot? Who not me voting, but who not vote?
Yeah.
Who not me voting? Who not me voting? One job you have finish, that's something. Next time we go vote, we'll be careful.